Good morning, Cathair. Look, firstly, today I wasn't here yesterday, unfortunately, I had other business, but today I want to remember the people of Niemba massacre who lost their lives in Niemba in the Congo back in the 1960s. The 8th of November is forever etched in my mind, and particularly the 22nd of November, when the bodies were returned to Ireland and were brought down O'Connell Street in Dublin. Is Lieutenant Gleeson and his men, all of them lost. I think two survived, one is still missing, and that's dating back to those days. Now, on Tuesday I raised the issue of the appointment of the next head of intelligence for Ireland. And at that time I expressed my concern that an article had appeared in the Sunday Times that suggested that the next head of intelligence for Ireland would be a foreigner. I was immediately challenged here in this House, where a member of this House thought that I gave way. And in her comment, she said that we have something in this country called employment equality, which also covers race. One cannot adjudicate on someone on the basis of race and exclude him or her from applying for a job. She went on and she said, apart from the racist comments that I made, that she accused me of racism. Now, I've been contacted by dozens of members of the public. Apparently, there were people laughing behind my back while I was talking about this most serious issue. There is a grave, grave error of understanding, and it unfortunately brings this House into disrepute when people do not understand the difference between nationalism and racism. You must be a national. You must be an Irish citizen to run for president in this country. Is that racist? You must be an Irish citizen or have Irish heritage to play football for this country. Is that racist? Now, Cathair, look, you were not here. Thankfully, you were representing the country in the way you do best at the House of Lords, and congratulations on that. I believe you were the first speaker from this country to do that. I demand from this House a formal apology from all who took issue with what I said. I am extremely concerned about this country and this country's reputation internationally when it comes to security and intelligence. The thoughts that we would bring a foreigner into this country and have him or her head up our intelligence service, where they would have access to the most sensitive information on all of us in this country, is totally and utterly unacceptable, and that must not be mistaken as racist. So I am asking those who decided to take the mick out of me and laugh behind my back to come into this House and apologise firstly to me and secondly to the House itself for what they said.
Thank you, and just to very finally, Chair, speak about Senator Craughwell's intervention here this morning. Clearly I wasn't in the chamber yesterday, but I think the Senator, what he best can do is maybe write to the Commission to see, or the CPP, if there is a grievance that he has that he feels that it needs to be bared. With regard to the exchanges that happened here yesterday, I think that would be the best course of action. The one thing I will say to you, Chair, is that in this chamber we respect each other. We don't always agree with each other, but the very least that we expect from each other is to respect each other. And just for the record, to put it on the record, that I would completely concur with Senator Craughwell. It is inconceivable that we would think of appointing a person who isn't Irish, who hasn't long experience in An Garda Síochána, to be the head of our security and intelligence services, and I would completely concur with them, and that certainly isn't a racist comment. The final thing just to say was that Martin Conway acknowledged that various political parties, including ourselves, have met with both Ambassador Gillian, the beautiful, lovely ambassador from Palestine, and Dana, who is the ambassador for Israel, is meeting nearly all of us, and those that she hasn't met, she's going to meet in the coming weeks. We need to keep the pressure up at every level and at all our levels to make sure that our voices are heard, but that the innocent people that are being just so damaged on a daily basis know that the world is watching and hoping and wishing for their better outcomes.